This episode of the Look Around podcast is brought to you by Existential Thoughts during the intro. Hey everybody, welcome to the Look... Hey everybody, welcome to the Look Around podcast.
Where we look around the world for the world's best entertainment. I'm a host, Bailey Roy.
You stole my fucking intro, wasn't it? I'm the other host, Carl Sell.
Well, I thought I was meant to be doing the intro this time.
This episode we're looking at Kevin Smith.
This is a viewer Askewniverse.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Specifically, all the films with Jay and Silent Bob in them, so that excludes fucking Yoga Hoses, Thank God, and Tusk, and Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
And there's another one that's connected. I feel like
No, it's just the other three that are connected.
did they make Jersey Girl connect?
Did they?
That's what I'm thinking.
Let's call them up.
Let's call Kevin Smith.
Hello, Mr. Smith.
Kev, can you hear us?
Yeah, Kev. Oh, yeah. So we're doing a review on your viewer Askewniverse. We know Jersey Girl and not Jersey Girl. Sorry, we were wondering actually if Jersey Girl was connected because we knew you connected your other three films, Zack and Miri, Tusk, and fucking don't know why, but Yoga Hoses with Reboot.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, and I'm here on the line. Just smoked a big old joint. I'm here to Jersey Girl. We thought about putting Connected into Reboot, because we're shoving everything else into Reboot. That fucking awful movie I made, and I just wanted to let you know that yes, Jersey Girl is connected because we use the same type of tire in the bit where they drive the van as the one that they use in the car in Jersey Girl. So that's the connection there. So. In a way, I'm crossing all my worlds.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not Kevin Smith.
You're right, it's me, Harvey Weinstein. Get on my lap.
Right. Oh my god, a Weinstein joke in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Classy.
That's very classy. I'm a classy man.
Oh, hell yeah, buddy. No, but yeah, we're looking at the View Askewniverse. And the first film... Actually, no, sorry. I've completely forgotten our format.
Yeah. There's a little film. It was shot with a camera.
With a camera.
It was a show. It's film. His first film. Also the first film in this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my favorite movie. Carl's favorite movie. I'm Carl.
Kevin Smith's big break.
Yeah, this is a big break. Clerks. Yes. It's the first movie we're going to talk about. Bailey, how do you like this movie?
I absolutely fucking love this movie. I 100% see this movie as the fucking amazing piece of 90s cinema that it is. Well, no, sorry. Amazing piece of cinema that it is. This isn't as bad as some of the other films that Kevin Smith has made when it comes to 90s influences.
Oh, little burp. I also love this movie. I watched it... How old was I? I was 12.
12, Jesus.
Little boy whose name was 12. His age was Kyle.
No, spoilers, man.
Oh, bugger.
Spoilers for Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
That's season 4?
Season 4.
Yeah, season 4. Little boy,
Little
12.
boy, 12. No, I fucking love this movie. I saw it on Australian Netflix. You ever heard of this, Bailey? Australian Netflix?
Yeah, I've heard of Australian Netflix. We have decent stuff. Wow.
Decent! Yeah, I watched it and I thought it was like, this is it. This is the shit. I at that point, I'd never seen the only movies I'd seen were these big blockbuster action movies. And I had no idea a film could be this small and intimate, I guess. And I watched it and I was like, this is it. This is the best movie I've ever seen.
It's actually a really good way to describe the film. It is really fucking intimate.
Yeah.
I've never even thought of it that way, of it being... You really are fucking intimate with these characters' lives. Well, specifically Dante and Randall's. Mm-hmm. But just, oh my god, fuck. That's a really good way of putting it. Dude, you're a genius.
Bloody smart sometimes.
Yeah, I know, right? It's really surprising.
Yeah, but no, I thought it was a great flick. It's shot in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
It's not distracting at all.
No, God, no. Some black and white films, especially when they're intentionally shot in black and white instead of just being a limitation of the time, can really distract from the film and make them seem a little bit pretentious because like,
Yeah.
oh, look at us, we're in black and white. But no, this film. I mean, granted, it was limited by the film budget of like fucking what 27,000. Yeah, 27,000. But it just does so well. And like, what's the quote? Because that's not what Kevin Smith at least says in interviews.
No, what he says is, "Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith." Every time.
That's not what I'm talking about, as well. No, what's his excuse in the interviews? He read a review, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, saying that it's almost like the film is shot from the perspective of like the black and white,
camera.
yeah, the black and white store security cameras. And like, oh my god, that's a great idea.
Yeah, he just starts saying that in the interview.
Yeah, he starts saying it.
That's
genius.
great. There's so much to like about this movie.
There really is. The characters, granted, the main characters are assholes, but they're also
Lovable.
they're lovable. And they're relatable as well.
Yeah, dude.
Especially if you're like in the age, especially if you're in a certain age demographic of like fucking, like 16 to like 23, I'd say. Because they're like 22 in the film, aren't they?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, no, they're super relatable. They're both stuck in jobs they hate. One of them is like a class clown. The other one's a relenting little bitch that, fucking hates change in life to a ridiculous extent.
And the dialogue is
my God,
well written.
That hands down, that is Kevin Smith's greatest asset. The man can write some fantastic fucking dialogue.
Absolutely. And this film and Chasing Amy, we'll talk about later, has just brilliantly written dialogue. That just feels natural and...
I think this was like one of the first films that was that was using like real dialogue, not like movie dialogue. Like the characters were talking about like real things that you talk with your friends or your girlfriend. There's one scene where the main character Dante is talking to his girlfriend Veronica about like making a man and a woman come, how it takes skill to make a woman come, and it's really fucking easy to make a man come because you just need to insert somewhere moist, right? And that's real shit. That's real shit that you and I would fucking talk about. I mean,
because we're dirty cunts.
Yeah, we're dirty men. No, but like that's real shit that you talk about with your friends, like that sort of disgusting shit, which is like, oh, you wouldn't talk about that in public. No, you would. You'd fucking scream it at the rooftops.
And that bit with Dante and his girlfriend Veronica leads to one of the most quotable fucking lines of this movie. 37!
My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks in a row.
Try not to suck any dick on the way to the parking lot. Fucking, dude. This movie's so quotable.
It is. It is a ridiculously quotable movie. Especially, like, what you say, Randall and ignoring Silent Bob's little spiel at the end of the film, Jay and Randall, best dialogue in the film.
Yeah, they're scene stealers, both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Jay particularly, like, neither Randall or Jay are, like, actors, really, when they made this.
Yeah, no, they were first-time actors.
Yeah, and they crushed it. Like, they're scene stealers. Like, they're fucking... Both of them are just so fun to watch. And Jay in particular, like, the first scene we get with Jay and Bob, it's one of my favourite scenes in the whole movie.
Oh, yeah, it's one of the best.
He's like, fucking... Another quote, like, I'm gonna fuck this bitch, I'm gonna fuck this bitch. I'll fuck anything that moves! Fucking,
Dude, I love the circus seal bit. He's like, oh, you're a rude motherfucker, Silent Bob, like to go down on you, suck you, line up three other guys, make like circus seal. Ooh.
He's like, fucking, I'm not fucking gay. Immediately after that, it's fucking funny, Ken.
Oh, it's funny.
Fucking, one of my favorite bits is the nudie booth bit.
Oh yeah, fuck, that's
that one bloke comes in and they're talking about the nudie booth and the guy's like, you've highly offended me. It's so funny. And fucking Walt Flanagan plays that guy, and he plays like 6 different characters throughout this movie.
He's one of Smith's recurring actors.
Yeah.
He's appeared in every single one of his Askewniverse films, right?
I think so.
Except for like Mary and all that shit.
I don't think he's in Chasing Amy.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm sure he's gonna be like a background character in like the nightclub.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm looking out for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, he runs the Jay and Silent Bob comic book store.
He does, down in Red Bank, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Downtown Red Bank, New Jersey?
Fuck yeah.
which gets freaking plugged at the end of fucking almost every single one of Kevin Smith's films from like what, Chasing Amy onwards, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know when he bought it. Probably after
no,
like Strike Back.
yeah, no, Strike Back onwards. Sorry.
What else do I got here?
This film is great to watch when you're young. Like I watched it when I was young. You watched it when you were young. It's a really good motivator because the story's about Dante, who is stuck in a dead end job. He's working at a fucking servo, which is like a convenience store for those who don't live in Australia. He works at a servo. He sells cigarettes in the morning. He does this, he does that. But he hates it. But he doesn't. He lacks the motivation to make those changes in his life. And one of the main things is he tries to get back with his old girlfriend, who recently got out of I don't know how to explain it.
Engagement with an Asian design major.
No, drum major. No, it's the design major. He recently got out of an engagement with an Asian design major, but Veronica, his current girlfriend, is like an amazing chick. After their fight, they have about how many dicks she sucked, because they're talking about how many people they've slept with. She comes back after she she leaves to go to school, college school, not fucking kindergarten.
It's getting hot in here.
And she comes back after the fight to half-ass apologize with a fucking big dish of lasagna.
I love a lasagna.
You don't leave a girl that gets in a fight with you and comes back with fucking fresh-made lasagna.
It's bloody Garfield's dream.
It's Garfield's dream.
I love Garfield.
Yeah.
Speaking of Veronica, she's a great character. Right?
Oh no, yeah, Veronica is the fucking best.
She's
the best. She's, besides Jay and Bob and Randall, she's my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, no, she's a great character.
She's awesome.
She has a really granted the guitar when she's introduced is a little hokey, which that's probably the movie's only one fault. It uses sound effects in a really hokey, it tries to be funny, but it's just that was weird. But that's that's just to be expected from a first time fucking director who would never touched a camera in his life, essentially.
Yeah, and although this movie is shot and set in the 90s, it doesn't feel dated. It feels it could apply to anybody today.
It's not, except for some of the the homophobic jokes, the whole "ew, no, I'm not gay" from Jay, and a couple dick sucking references.
Yeah, but even then, Jay's supposed to be
Jay's
idiot.
Jay's meant to be a rude motherfucker, like a year 7.
Yeah.
Dude feels like a fucking year 7 straight up, just going around fucking.
Being an attention seeker.
Yeah, being an attention seeking little bitch.
Yeah, true.
That's fucking.
I think my favorite gag or joke in this movie is, what's her name? Caitlin fucking the dead guy.
Oh yeah, no, that's
so funny.
That's good shit.
Still, I've seen this movie a million times, and every time I see that bit, I just go, "It's so fucking funny." It's fucking genius.
It's good. Everything about this movie is just straight up funny.
Yeah,
it's a great fucking movie. It's fucking. Kevin Smith got really lucky with this film. Not only it being his first film, but it being his just such a huge success. It was what they made almost a little over $3 million off this, didn't they?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, from a budget of $27,000, which was paid mostly through credit card debt and a little bit of fucking vehicle insurance, to get $3 million from it. That's ridiculous. And obviously it wasn't $3 million off the bat. But to accumulate $3 million over, I'd assume a couple years, that's pretty fucking good for a first time director.
Yeah. And then immediately went to do a studio movie.
Exactly. And then immediately got a studio movie.
It's not bad.
That's ridiculous. Christ.
I've got here at the end my notes. Did you know of the alternate ending of this movie?
There's an alternate ending?
There is an alternate ending. It's on like a DVD release if you got one, but
Mm.
the real original ending ended with a robber walking into the store and just killing Dante at the end.
Really?
Yeah, and it sucks. It's such a shit way to end the movie.
Wow.
And then I think when they showed it off at Sundance and people like, this is a great movie, and they bought it, they were like, when we release it, just cut it when Randall walks out of the store. And that's going to be the ending. Instead of having to be where he goes back and then gets shot. Because that was it sucks. If you've ever seen it, it's an atrocious ending to that the fun movie.
Wow, that's crap.
I know.
That would ruin the entire movie for me. Oh my god, it's just because the ending is so good. Like, Randall leaving the store the way he first enters it, and then, coming back throwing the open sign.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
At Dante head saying, "Oh, and by the way, you're closed," and then cut. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that would have
Ruined it.
Crazy. That would have ruined it.
Yeah. There's also, if you have a DVD copy of this, there's an animated bit of a bit that was removed from the script where they go to the funeral.
Oh yeah.
And in the movie, you hear about what happened, that Randall knocked over the casket over. They haven't. When they were doing
it storyboarded.
No, when they were doing the Clerks cartoon.
Oh yeah.
They got those cunts who animated it to animate that scene, and they recorded dialogue for it. So there's an animated bit in the style of the Clerks cartoon of Randall like leaning over the casket and knocking it over. Yeah.
That's cool.
Funny.
That's cool.
Oh
god.
Anything else?
No, not really. Except for sorry, quick check my notes here. This movie. Another thing that Kevin Smith really does well, or I should say, just does in his films, at least his serious films, is he puts a lot of himself into the film. Because where they were working, that was where the film was set was where Kevin Smith was actually working.
Yeah.
He asked his boss if he could shoot there, and he said, yeah, sure, from closing to opening, which was 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah. And then he'd have to work in the store immediately after.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. And fucking that's the reason that the shutters are closed, is so that they could film, not record. So they could film during the night.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have to worry about it, being dark when it's meant to be set throughout an entire day.
The whole movie's kind of based off Kev and his mate, Brian Johnson, who's been in Comic Book Man and other movies, just working out the store together. And yeah, this and Chasing Amy, the ones that are like stories about, that feel like they're just about his life, are great.
Yeah.
Some of his best flicks, I reckon.
It definitely. His best films are always the one that centers around something personal to him. Like Dogma is about his religion. Chasing Amy is about accepting relationships and all that crap. Because there's a little bit of accepting relationships and partners' previous experiences in this film, but it's like essentially the main focus of the entire second half of Chasing Amy.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's all we've got to say on Clerks, unless you want anything else.
It's very good. Very nice.
Very good, very nice. No. Now on to Mallrats.
I love Mallrats.
I love this film too, but this film was a fucking bomb. It was a bomb in the fucking box office.
Horrible when it came out. Horrible reviews. When it came out, Smith had to actually publicly apologize for how bad this movie was.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's...
Because he came off doing Clerks, which was just this incredible independent film, and then he went to this studio movie, which sucks, everyone thought. Jesus. And then, he actually apologized for it.
That's wow.
Made only $500,000.
500. To go from 3 mil to 500. Holy shit.
But I like this movie.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Alright, go back on Clerks. Didn't Clerks give Kevin Smith a smoking addiction?
Yes.
Yes! That's right. I could have sworn it did. I'm so glad I remembered that. Sorry.
And he didn't stop until Zack and Miri.
Really?
Yeah, because then Seth Rogen got him hooked on fucking weed or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Seth Rogen fucking got him... Turned him into a fucking stoner.
Bloody Seth Rogen, a cheeky buggy.
No, Mallrats, fuck. I love this film. It is so enjoyable, but it's kind of like, to look back on it now, it's really sad to see that it didn't get as much love when it first came out as Clerks did. Because granted, it's not as like, it doesn't really have as big of a message or like life lessons in it like Clerks did. But if you like, not if you look hard enough, but you sort of like pay attention to the plot well, you kind of like, know, like, don't treat your girlfriend like shit. Like the Jason Lee. This is Jason Lee's first film, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes, and
also the first time he and Ethan Suplee worked together, and then they would do that in My Name Is Earl. That'd be the
yes, that's right. Fuck. Christ. The film also has Ben Affleck in it, which this film leads to Ben Affleck's first role as a main character in Chasing Amy.
Yep. This. Okay, so for this, we both watched the theatrical cut.
Mm-hmm.
When I first watched this movie years ago, I watched the extended cut, and I prefer that a lot more to this.
Well, how's the extended cut start? It's like
The extended cut starts with TS and his missus on the roof of like some gala and then you meet Michael Rooker's character who's trying to get money to do the show from this woman. I don't know what's going on. And TS is in like a school place who's got like a fake musket or whatever that shoots blanks, and they accidentally like bang the thing on the or something, like they accidentally shoot the gun or whatever.
Yeah.
And they all think that they're trying to shoot the woman with the money or whatever. So the whole movie, this ongoing gag where people are trying to follow him, and like news reporters trying to follow him and get the story, and then people are always confusing him for trying to shoot somebody else. So be like, aren't you that guy that shot the Pope or whatever? And I prefer that a lot more. And it doesn't start with that. One thing I don't like about this
fucking monologue from Brody talking about how his cousin shoves cats and mice up his arms.
Yeah, not funny, that joke.
I found it funny.
I don't. That's the only thing in this movie that I when I first watched it, I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't like this at all.
But like, imagine being stoned while watching that, hearing like the payoff is like, well, how else am I supposed to get the mouse out there out of my ass? That'd be fucking funny as shit high.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just didn't like it. But besides that, the rest of the movie is just the same, just without all the TS shooting at the president jokes or whatever. But I know I just prefer the extended cut to this. But
fair enough.
It's still great. This movie, just like Clerks, extremely quotable, I think.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! This is, I wouldn't say his most quotable film, but this is like the beginning of where the quotes just start fucking flying.
Yeah, fucking.
Because this is when Jay and Silent Bob go from being like realistic comic relief to straight up goofy comic relief characters.
Yeah. Which is fine. I prefer them as.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. They like as
grounded characters, but in this and Strike Back and Reboot, they're a bit more exaggerated, and they fly around and stuff. But I still enjoy them.
No, definitely.
One of my favorite lines from Jay is fucking. It's just so simple, but I quote it with my friends all the time. It's like, Brody man, noochie noochies. Do that all the time. It's great.
Oh, dude, fucking. I love some of the quotes from Jay in here. Fucking fly, fat ass, fly. I love that whole like fucking all the scenes where they're trying to like take down the fucking the stage. It keeps crashing into
the change rooms.
Yeah, change rooms. Who is Kevin Smith's then girlfriend, Joey Lauren Adams. Fucking, I love those bits. It's so fucking funny.
Michael Rooker's in this.
Yes, Michael Rooker is in this.
I love Michael Rooker. I met him when I was 10.
That's right, you did.
It was a good day.
God, you were 10?
I was 10.
Jesus, I thought you were a lot older than that.
No, I was a little boy.
A little boy.
They call me Little Kyle.
They call you 10.
They call me 10. Name 10, age Kyle. Okay, this is just a stupid bit.
It is. But let's go with it.
I love it.
Good stuff.
My favourite gag is probably the stink palm.
Oh, yeah. No,
with Michael Rooker and shoves his hand up his ass crack or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That's a good stuff.
There's also another quotable line. Would you like a chocolate-covered pretzel?
Would you like a chocolate-covered pretzel?
what else? TS is a prick.
Yeah, no, TS, I'm so glad that TS is the only character that hasn't come back in one way or another in any of the other films. He is the worst character. So, a big thing about Kevin Smith's films, obviously, a lot of him is in there. He puts a lot of himself into the things he writes. And so, his main characters usually end up learning a lesson, like in the end of Clerks. Dante learns to take more charge in his life, otherwise people are going to do it for him, because Randall breaks him and Veronica up at the end of that film. Obviously, he can't get back with Caitlin because she's gone into a canatotic state because she fucked a dead dude on a toilet without even realising. Even Brody, so at the start of the film, Brody's treating his girlfriend like shit, his mum doesn't even know he has a girlfriend. He lives in his basement. He gets his girlfriend to climb through the window onto the street to get in and out. Calls her whenever his mum's asleep so they can, come over and have sex and shit. But then by the end of the film, he's like, do you want to meet my mother?
Yeah.
Essentially saying, sorry for being a dick.
Yeah.
Let's try to make this work. But TS...
He does nothing. He's
nothing at all. So, at the end of the film, they get onto Michael Rooker's game show because TS's girlfriend is Michael Rooker's daughter, who... Oh, these films are all connected, by the way. Obviously, as a view of Askewniverse. But these films are all connected. So, we talked about Clerks before, how they go to a wake. Sorry, it's a wake. They go to a wake and knock over the casket. We learn how that girl dies at the start. At least at the start of the theatrical cut.
Yeah, and it's TS's fault.
Yeah, it's TS's fault. Because he says to the girl, television, because she was the girl that dies, originally was meant to be on Michael Rooker's dating show. And he's like, the TV adds 10 kilograms or whatever. And she's like, what? Really? And so she goes to the local YMCA or whatever the fuck it is and starts doing laps in the pool. And by the 300th one? It was something ridiculous. She has a brain aneurysm and drowns. And so Michael Rooker's daughter, TS's girlfriend, takes her place. But he acts like a jerk about it. He's like, oh, this is all your dad's fault when it's not.
No, it's your fault.
When it's his fault. Yeah, no, it's... And they get into a fight because he was going to propose at fucking Florida Universal Studios or whatever, which isn't fucking romantic at all.
I just don't like TS as a character. He's so unlikable compared to all the other characters in this movie who are funny and likable, and you can be like, oh, I love this bloody... Yeah. It's the sailboat man. I forget his name, but... And then you get TS, who's just a complete cunt.
He's just an arsehole.
He's unlikable.
Just an actual arsehole. But
Jason Lee as Brody. Scene stealer.
But if Brody was played by anyone else, he would come off as just as big of an arsehole.
Yeah.
No, sorry, a bigger arsehole than TS is.
Yeah, no one else could pull this off.
No Jason way. Lee. Jason Mewes, especially, just had that young charm to him, which actually made the ridiculous faces that he pulled. Whenever he goes, he makes it funny, and the jokes, they land the way that they're obviously meant to land.
He's great.
He's good shit.
Stan Lee's in this.
Yeah, no, Stan Lee's in this.
Stan Lee's scene, 10 out of 10.
Oh, an amazing scene. Stan Lee, granted, this is Kevin Smith's second film, but Stan Lee replaces the wise words of wisdom that Silent Bob would give out at that point in the film.
Yeah. And what a great speech.
Beautiful. It is an amazing speech.
You know what? I've only just now clicked with me the pattern in Kevin Smith movies about how the characters learn something. A wise character would tell them what's going on. Silent Bob in both fucking
Clerks, chasing Amy. Doesn't do anything in Dogma.
No.
Doesn't say anything in fucking... I mean, it's a joke in Clerks 2, but he doesn't say anything in Clerks 2.
Maybe just the first three.
The first three films. That's not really that much of a pattern at all, actually.
No, it's not. I take everything
Actually, no, it is kind of a pattern, because, Metatron in Dogma, and... granted, there's nothing in Clerks 2.
No.
Strike Back...
Actually, no. Clerks 2, Randall gives it to Dante.
Does he?
Yeah, in the jail. He's like, hey, wise up, you dickhead. I'm Randall. I got a funny hair on a hat.
Got a funny hat.
Yeah.
No, I don't really think Clerks 2 wasn't that kind of film where the characters needed to learn something from a wise person. Because, I mean, they're in their 30s in that film. Like, bordering 40. So, like, they needed to learn shit for themselves instead of, having fucking God come down and, organising their lives for them. But anyways, fucking...
Did you see a sailboat?
Huh?
Did you see the
No,
sailboat?
God, no.
I can't see it. Don't know what the fuck they're talking about. There's no sailboat.
Yeah, no.
It's a scam.
I did see a schooner, though. No.
You son of a bitch.
Hey, it's a schooner. I love that scene.
Dumb
You dumb bastard. It's not a schooner. It's a sailboat.
A schooner
Here's a sailboat. You know what? The Easter Bunny isn't real. Another fucking amazing scene when James and Bob go to beat up the Easter Bunny. Oh my god, dude. I love this movie.
This movie's great.
I seriously don't understand why it got as much hate as it did. It is such an incredible fucking film. It's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny.
I love Jason Lee Brody on the game show.
Oh, so good.
So good.
So fucking good.
The bit where he talks about the airplane going down, everyone just starts jacking off when it's coming down. Great bit.
Amazing bit. Fucking Jason Mewes almost didn't return as Jay. Yeah, the character that was based off him for him to play.
Yeah, the studio was like, this guy sucks.
Yeah, no, he sucks. He's not an actor. They wanted to get someone like Seth Green or who was the other person?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I only remember Seth Green. It's the only name I recognise.
They wanted Seth Green to play Jason Mewes, and they told Kevin Smith that he had to fly Jason from Jersey to come out where they were filming in fucking.
And they wouldn't pay for it.
And they wouldn't pay for the hotel. It was all on Kevin Smith's dime. But when they saw the dailies, which I don't know if you know what dailies are. But for anyone else that doesn't know what dailies are, dailies when they used to use good old fucking analog filming, like film reels and shit. After filming for a day, you'd be able to like see what you'd recorded like the next day. So that that's where the name dailies come from. So the studio saw all of Jay's takes and were like, oh fuck yeah, no, this dude's great. What were we thinking? Yeah. And eventually, that's Jason Mewes becoming an actual paid actor in Hollywood.
And yeah, he's so great in this. Jay Mewes is always crushing it somehow.
Crushing something.
He's crushing something.
Whether it's acting or drugs, it's something.
Look, just complete side note. Have you seen Jason Mewes' movie?
No, I haven't. I want to because I was when doing research for this review, I saw in an interview that him and Kevin were doing, Jay that is, that is the last piece of film that Stan Lee ever fucking did, and that I almost cried to know that it was like, and fucking like Jason was even crying in the interview. Like he was almost crying because it was like Stan Lee was in his movie, but just that, like, not even anything Marvel related. That was the last thing that he ever fucking did.
And it's a real shame that movie's no good.
Really?
It sucks. It's awful.
Oh no, that's
it's like,
not good.
Well, when you watch it, you can really tell that Jason Mewes is not an actor at all, and he's a director. So he's doing two things, and it's just like, this is not good. This isn't. I don't know. This is not funny.
It's probably because he's trying to like play himself, right?
Yeah.
Without actually playing himself.
Yeah, it's like a heightened version of himself.
Yeah, exactly. Which that's always like that can go like two way, like one of two ways. It can either be really good because like the actor knows what they're doing, or it can go shit because they just get nervous and fucking it's like, oh, how do I be myself without being myself?
Let's back to Kevin Smith movies. Do you have anything else to say about Mallrats or?
The mystic with the third nipple. So they go to like this weird little like fucking crappy mall after being kicked out by the cops. From like the big mall where the movie's set in. They go to this like fortune teller who has a third nipple. All good. That shit happens sometimes. But at the end of the fortune-telling session, she takes it off. That's kind of funny. But then puts it in her fucking mouth, ruining the fucking joke. Like, what the shit?
I've got written here. I now want nipple lollies. After seeing that, like, I want to buy them. Be fucking...
Take shirt off at a swimming pool. Ooh. That's another thing. Sorry, jumping back on the Clerks. Why the fuck does Dante come out of his closet?
Oh, I don't know. Attempt of comedy.
Yeah, no, like it's funny, but it's also like trying to like analyze it. Just makes no sense.
Doesn't matter, does it?
I guess it doesn't. It doesn't really fucking ruin the movie. It doesn't add anything to it.
Yeah, I didn't remember it until you just brought it up now. So
yeah,
that's not.
He just
important.
falls out of his fucking closet. It's just like, okay. But anyways, that's all I've got to say on Morats and Clerks now.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Yeah, no. So let's get on to arguably his most controversial film, Chasing Amy.
Yeah, he's got a lot of those controversial films. When I mean,
he
like,
kind of does, doesn't
like
he?
3, I reckon.
3? What's the third?
Strike Back, because that had a lot of pushback from
because
community.
That's right, because that was just like Chasing Amy. There's a lot of fucking homophobic, not homophobic jokes, but gay jokes in it. Sort of fucking painting gay people in a negative way, I guess. Yeah. This film, we both equally, I'm sure I can say, are a little nervous to talk about this film.
Yes.
It is very far out of our ballpark. So, like, the main story is Ben Affleck falls in love with a lesbian, but she's, by today's standards, she wouldn't be a lesbian. She'd be, I guess she'd be bisexual because she's had relations with both men and women before. And it's not been, like, experimental. It's been like, yeah, I've been with guys and girls before.
Wouldn't that be bisexual back in the 90s as well?
No, see, I wasn't born in the 90s.
Neither was I.
Yeah, and we're fucking early 2000s kids. But I don't think, like, being gay in the first place was a headspin for most in the 90s. It was accepted, but it was still a bit of a headspin for most people. So to be bisexual and it being called bisexual, especially back in the 90s, I don't think... I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not an expert when it comes to the LGBTQ plus community.
I don't fit in any of that category, so I'm really nervous of saying something.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm bisexual myself, but I don't, like, go deep into that community. Or I haven't gone deep into that community at all, so it could be... bisexuals probably could have been a widespread thing back in those days, and I just don't know. I'm very uneducated, but I'd think that being a bisexual wouldn't be a very common thing, or at least it wouldn't 100% have a name back then. I'd think.
What I think about this, the character of Alyssa in the first half, when we only think that she is a lesbian character, is that it's well written for the 90s. Because, like, back in the 90s, and, like, if you had, like, a gay character in a sitcom or a movie, that's their only personality trait. They were gay. Yeah. But in this, there's depth and there's layers to Alyssa, and it's great. So, I think I've got a note here, and my note is the question, is this film progressive? ?
See, that's the thing. Like, with the amount of gay jokes and times like the gay slurs, I'm definitely not going to say it. I don't want to get this fucking podcast cancelled on the fucking 4th episode. Yeah. But F and D is said in the film. No way. That's why this film is arguably his most controversial, just based on the fact that it's used ridiculous amount of times. And granted, and it's not even used by fucking gay people in the film. It's mainly comes from Jason Lee's character.
Yeah, who is very much supposed to be
he's meant to be a bigoted piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I feel Banky, the character, Jason Lee's character, like, that's what Brody would have been if he wasn't played by Jason Lee. Like, that's granted, obviously he wouldn't be a bigot because that's not what Brody's character would be, but he would come off of, like, that level of arseholes. Like, dude, just shut up, stop talking.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little hard for us to talk about this film.
I think this movie's really good.
No, yeah, it is. If you can look past and can not see that it's a film and the person that was writing it wasn't putting this stuff in to be offensive and to offend the LGBTQ plus community, then it's a good film. Like, if you can look past that stuff, it is a good film. It's got a good message, which is like the whole spiel of the film is, or at least the second half is, Ben Affleck's character Holden is hung up for the fact that he's not the first man that slept with Alyssa, that she slept with other men, even though that she's a lesbian. Which, kind of fair enough, but also, like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah,
you're meant to love this woman. Why should you care? Which is another thing in Clerks as well. Like, this film really helped Kevin Smith get over that. Because Joey Lauren Adams, like, Kevin Smith was, like, really intimidated by her past sexual experiences. Like, she was a far superior, well, not superior, but a far experienced person compared to him, and that really made him nervous and really unsecure.
How do you think? How do you reckon he convinced Joey to be in this movie? Because it's based on her.
Yeah, it's essentially based on their relationship. I don't know.
Should we do a role play? I'll be Kevin Smith.
Why can't I be Kevin Smith? I got the beard.
All right, fine. I'll be Joey Adams.
Hey, Joey, it's me, Kevin Smith.
Fuck, how does she talk? I'm feeling awful.
You want to be my movie, man? I'm connecting them all together. Kevin Smith.
I'm connecting. Oh, jeez.
Shut up, man. I'm Kevin Smith. I like to talk over everyone.
Let's keep up on this bit.
That's bad. No disrespect to Kevin Smith. Fucking love the man, by the way. And Joey Lauren Adams. She's a pretty good fucking actress. I don't know. I think she would have been professional enough to sort of, like, cause they broke up, like, not shortly after the film, but, like, I'm sure they wouldn't have been together that long. Cause he found his wife. When did he find his wife?
99.
99. So what? Around Dogma-ish? Yeah. I don't know how he got her to be in it. I don't know. I'd assume that she would have been a professional enough actress to be like, yeah, sure, it's just a film.
Yeah.
Granted, it's sort of based off our lives, but it doesn't, like, this is Alyssa. She's a different character. She's somewhat different to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is a really good film, and it's got a lot of good talking points. Got a lot of good scenes, a lot of, like, beautiful scenes. Like, at the end, I love the ending where I should mention that they're all, the three main characters, Holden, Banky, and Alyssa, they're all comic book writers
and artists.
Yeah, and creators and shit. Right, and so they all meet at, like, Comic-Con at the end of the film, again, after, like, leaving, after, like, a really weird...
yeah, that ending's so sweet. It's beautiful.
It is that ending. There's another ending to this film?
No, I thought you meant, like, the
couch scenes. Yeah. No. I mean, that's a pretty good scene as well. It really shows that, like, Alyssa wasn't, like, written maliciously, that she is a good character.
Yeah, she's a great character. She's probably one of the best. I reckon Alyssa and Holden are the two best written characters in all of these movies.
Really?
I think so. They're fucking so well. There's a lot of depth to both of those characters, and they're both played brilliantly.
Oh, yeah.
And, comparing them to all the characters in all the Smith movies, and, like, if you compare it to Dante and Randall, they're great characters, but they're no Holden and Alyssa.
I'd say that Dante and Randall have better chemistry, like, on-screen chemistry, than Holden and Alyssa.
Yeah, okay.
Though. That's the only thing Dante and Randall have above Holden and Alyssa. Because some of the scenes in Clerks where it's just them, camera, they're behind the counter, fucking batting off each other, like sorry, we get distracted.
I know, but I don't know. I genuinely, these are probably my favourite characters of all.
No, yeah, they are.
Is Holden and Alyssa.
They're really good characters in this film. But I love the ending, how they all meet at Comic-Con, like, Holden and Banky sort of have, like, not a conversation.
I love how they don't speak to each other.
Yeah, no, they don't speak. They use sort of, like, hand gestures and, like, almost like they're talking telepathically to each other. But obviously they're not. It's really good how they're like, oh, hey, man, how you been?
Yeah.
And, like, I've, like, seen that you're doing really good for yourself, because he pulls up his, Holden brings up Banky's new comic that he started. Some better baby, isn't it?
Fucking
Oh, fuck, who cares? And there's like good shit, man, good shit. And then Banky's like, oh, Alyssa's over there.
Yeah.
Go talk to Alyssa. You know, have a moment, have a connection. And
Yeah.
then Alyssa's signing comic books with her girlfriend, her new girlfriend, and Holden throws down a Chasing Amy comic, right, which is his comic that he based off of his experience with Alyssa, which is fucking like it's a little Inception-y. This film
meta.
is. It is very meta. This film, and he gets the name Chasing Amy from this. It's not my favorite Jay and Silent Bob scene, but it is definitely one, like, either the best or the second best Jay and Silent Bob scene ever in any of his fucking films. It is brilliant.
That speech that Silent Bob gives, it
is amazing.
Incredible, and it's something that I feel like everyone should just hear. Like, if you're not going to watch this whole movie, just watch that scene.
Yeah, no,
something to be learnt from that.
Watch that scene. There is, like, it really taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Because, like, what... he, like, goes on about how he knew this girl and, like, he got, like, really pissed off when he found out how many how many people that his then girlfriend Amy had been with. Bob's girlfriend, that is, not Kevin Smith's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Clarify that since they're all fucking connected. Goes on and, like, he lets that get to him, and he lets himself get jealous and angry, and it drives them apart, and so, like, they're no longer together. But he's been going his entire life trying to, like, get that connection that he had with this girl back. You know, he spent his entire life, as he says in the movie, chasing Amy, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It really taught me to not get hung up on little stuff. Like, it really taught me to not get hung up on little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, with previous partners or current partners, I don't care who they've been with. Like, and even it's said in fucking Mallrats and Clerks as well, because Stan Lee's speech is all about how Brody needs to get back with his girlfriend because, you know, Stan Lee, you know, had his own little chasing Amy moment because he hooked up with this girl, you know, he was with this girl, but then, you know, he let the fame of being Stan fucking Lee get to him, which he totally fucking wouldn't in real life.
Yeah,
that
story's not true.
Yeah, no, God, no. But he spent his whole life, and, you know, Stan Lee spent his whole life, you know, trying to get that connection, or not get that connection, but, like, missing that. Yeah, he would give it all up to do it again, is what he would say. That's right. And fucking Randall does the same for Dante. He's like, when Dante tells Randall about the whole 37 dicks, you know, he does like a joking answer. He's like, well, at least that wasn't 36. But he also says that, you know, most of these guys were people she knew in high school.
Puts it into perspective.
He puts it into perspective. Like, these guys came before you. You're there now. Why should you care who she's been with when you're the person, at the end of the day, sleeping in a bed with her?
Exactly. These movies, these earlier movies, there's something to be learned.
There really is. There really fucking is. And that's what I love, hands down love about Kevin Smith, is you can watch every single one of his movies, at least early movies, even Dogma, actually, and learn something from it.
Yeah.
And take something from it and be like, holy shit, I've grown as a person with this fucking 40-something-year-old stoner-ass balding motherfucker.
Exactly. Like, not so much with his new movie. I don't get that sense in, like,
no, God, no.
Hoses or Task.
No, God, no. Those
definitely, I learned something, and I grew from watching these movies. And on the outside, they just seem like dumb comedies, but, you know, you learn something. You feel good after watching them, I feel. And
we've talked about the second half of this film a lot, but let's jump back to the first half. The first half of this film was all about fucking Mallrats, because Holden and Banky had a comic book which was like their first comic book breakthrough shit, which was like black and white, meant to be Clerks, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then they do Blunt Man and Chronic, which is this goofy, fun time comedy, cough, cough, Mallrats, right? And Alyssa asks Holden, because Holden wants to go back to that style of like black and white shit, but then Alyssa asks Holden, like, well, then why don't you do it? And, like, Holden's like, well, I don't really have anything to say. Which is...
Yeah.
I mean, granted, more rats, there is...
Fuck, dude, I didn't even think about it like that. You're so right. Like, it's just...
Dude,
it's all over Smith.
Dude, how did you not realize that? It's all over fucking reviews of the film.
Yeah, I don't know.
When you... Like... Dude, for almost every single thing we've reviewed, I've looked through reviews to broaden my horizons, because obviously I'm not the smartest man in the world. I'm not going to be able to pick up on every little fucking nuanced detail on these films. I'm sitting down when I sit and watch these films, or anything, or play anything, I'm sitting to enjoy it. I don't want to analyze it. I mean, as fun as analyzing something is, sitting down and analyzing it, it's not that fun.
Yeah,
I'd much rather sit down and watch something and enjoy it.
Well, for this pod that we do, I don't watch a review of anything after I watch it, because I don't want it to sway my opinions on it. So I don't want my opinions to be fucked around by watching something else.
Fair enough. I mean, the only reason I do it is just, like, to get, like, little facts and shit as well. Like, obviously I'm not, fucking writing down a manuscript of someone else's fucking review and being like, oh, yes, this is my opinion and my opinion alone. I did it first. No. It helps, in my opinion. Because I was watching a review and they mentioned that and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, that's... Holy shit, I didn't even know that. And for the life of me, I don't remember who said it. But it's obvious. That's what that's meant to be.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck. Kevin Smith used to be smart with his movies.
No, I don't know. I think he's done being smart. He's happy to,
He's happy to make cop out.
Not cop out.
I know, fucking around.
Fuck, I fucking forgot he made that film. I bet he forgets as well. Or tries to, at least.
Tries to.
No, I don't think Kevin Smith hasn't made like a statement piece in a while. I think he's just happy to, chill and make... And have fun with his movies. I've heard him say on a couple interviews that, like he's called making a movie like playing pretend with his friends, which essentially that's kind of what it is. I think he's happy to be there, to be behind the camera, to be in front of it, to smile, wave like a fucking idiot, and, be Silent Bob, chill with, one of his best friends, fucking Jay Muse, and have fun.
Yeah, that's fair enough, I guess, but I still want...
Yeah, I know, I get where you're coming from.
Clerks, Kevin Smith back.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. It would be amazing for his next film, for Clerks 3 or Mallrats 2 to come out and be like Clerks and just be a fucking slap in the face, a wake up to anyone who's in that same situation where they're sitting and doing fucking nothing with their life, or they're treating their significant other like shit because of a past experience, or because they are, or just because they are, because, they don't want the hassle of, introducing them to their mother or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I get that. But I'm also happy to just sit and watch two fucking 40-year-old stoners have fun on the TV.
Fair enough. What else we got to say about this movie?
Nothing else, really. I think that's all we can say about this film, obviously, because we can't go into the
nitty-gritty.
The nitty-gritty. Actually, I will say this. The black rage from the start of the movie.
That's really funny.
Hooper's character, is it?
Yeah.
Hooper's character goes on about his comic book, and then fucking Holden and Banky are popping up with like little quips. What's the Nubian? Oh, fucking brilliant.
So funny.
It's so fucking funny.
I love the bit at the couch bit where Holden's like, let's just have a three-way. That moment is both funny and so upsetting.
Yeah.
Because it takes Silent Bob's message the wrong way.
Yes.
But it's also such a funny thing to have. Because when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck, man?
What do you mean a three-way? How's that going to fix your problems, dude?
It was funny.
Nah. Let's move on to Dogma. We've still got 3 more films to do, not including Dogma.
Yeah.
No.
We gotta move on.
Yeah, move on. Dogma. This film was my first introduction to Kevin Smith. My aunt got me onto hey, have you ever heard of Dogma? I'm like, the fuck's Dogma? And she's like, watch this. She hands me her DVD copy of Dogma and sit down and watch it. Fucking mind blown. I love Dogma so much. It is hands down my favorite Kevin Smith film. It's not as good as Clerks, because fucking nothing can beat Clerks in my opinion, but it is my favorite fucking Kevin Smith film. It's so fucking good.
It's great. Oh, sorry. I love almost everything about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another great lesson to be learnt from this, where it's like, this whole movie is about religion, and the lesson learned from this is that it doesn't really matter what you believe in, but as long as that you have, like, not that
faith.
you are religious, but that you have something to
believe it, like
believe in.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense, does it?
no, kind of. It's the I don't know how to put it properly to do it justice, but it's like it doesn't matter what you believe in or the nitty gritty of what you believe in. It's just that you believe in something, that you have faith.
Yeah.
You have faith that there's something out there, or that there is someone above that loves you, that cares for you, and all that shit. Us. Again, we're not experts in the field of this
religious
film. But I don't know. I feel there's a second thing to this, because Bethany Sloan, who's the main character of this film, finds out that she's like related to Jesus later on in the film, and then has a fucking existential crisis about it because it's too big. And then Alan Rickman's in this film, by the way, who steals the fucking show. He fucking, I swear to God, like all the lines, like all the good lines that would have gone to like Jay or Bob when he fucking speaks, who, like, what, he says like 3 words in this film, right? You were telling me? Yeah, 3 fucking words, but all the best lines go straight to Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Like, when he's first introduced, he like appears as like a big like fucking pillar of fire to Bethany in her bedroom. She fucking runs out, grabs a fire extinguisher, fucking hoses the fucker down. And she's like, "What are you?" And he replies with, "I'm pissed off is what I am." That's fucking comedy gold.
It's great. I love him in this. I love
That's fucking gold.
I love the angels that don't have like.
Oh yeah, they're Ken dolls.
Yeah, and my question is like, they drink stuff, right? But they don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, no, they're not allowed to ingest alcohol. It's so funny.
Do angels need a piss? Do angels shit? Because there's a bit, the start.
No, they don't.
Popcorn.
They don't, because at the start of the film, when we're introduced to Bartleby and Loki, Matt Damon and not Kevin Smith, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's characters, they're talking about being like anal retentive, and then I think Ben Affleck says you can't be anal retentive if you don't have an anus. I don't even think they've got anuses.
No, so yeah, that's what I got here. He's eating popcorn in that pit. They're not like in heaven, so they're not like proper full angels. Do they need a shit? How do they shit?
No, they're proper full angels. They're just, they're just not
just exiled angels.
Yeah, they're just exiled, but they're not like, they didn't get turned into demons or whatever. Because I don't know, the rules of this film when it comes to angels and shit, which are usually like gone like into depth, aren't really explored in this film. But it's to be expected. It's a fucking comedy. It's not Harry fucking Potter or goddamn Lord of the Rings.
You ready to hear a loud noise?
Lovely.
I was putting the can in recycling. Don't worry about it.
Lovely. No, Christ. Oh, yeah. Sorry, back onto my original point. You can take something from this film, because Bethany learns out that she's related to Jesus. Like, she's like his great-great-great-great-grandniece or some shit. And then, like, Metatron, Alan Rickman's character Metatron comes out and is like, you're acting just like Jesus did when he was first told that he was the Son of God and had to do, this big, big thing, be killed for the people that he's supposed to love and save and all that shit. And she's like, no, like, my entire life is a lie. How was I never told this, etc., etc.? And he's like, what do you mean your life is a lie? You're still Bethany Sloan. You're still who you are. You're just this as well.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not a relatable problem to be the descendant of Jesus or whatever. But
No. But like, excluding the reasons of why she's having the mental breakdown, discovering something about yourself, like whether it be that you're gay or whatever. Some people could take it the wrong way and have a bit of a breakdown like that and not want to be who they are and be like, I'm...
Fuck, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it is. It is fucking... It's... Like, it doesn't matter if you discover something new about yourself that you don't necessarily like at first. That doesn't change who you are. You can still like, comics and be whatever.
Yeah.
You still who you are, no matter what. You know, no one can change who you are.
Yeah. That's a good word.
That's what I take from this film.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's a good
man.
point.
Man, I'm kicking goals, mate.
Buddy, we're getting...
Kicking goals.
Mate, we're getting smart watching these movies.
Oh no, I'm getting smart, mate. You're getting smart learning. I'm getting smart watching these movies. You're getting smart listening to me watching these movies.
Fucker.
Christ. Oh,
I have a question for you.
Quest.
Is skee ball even that good?
I like skee ball.
But
I think it's fun.
do you reckon God would come down every once in a while just to play skee ball?
Dude, he's God. Oh, sorry, their God.
God.
My apologies. They're God. They can do whatever the fuck they want, mate.
But even in the previous movie, there's a big thing about playing skee ball. Is skee ball really that good?
I think it's fun. I think it's fun.
I think it's fine, but like, I think it's funny when there's a kid laying their head on the thing and you roll the thing and hit him in the head. You ever seen that video?
What?
There's a video online like this kid who's got his head laying down on the skee ball thing, and someone throws the thing and it hits the kid directly in the fucking head. And the kid like walks off crying. The guy's like, "Oh, don't worry, it's not our kid or whatever the fuck." Something like that. It's funny.
Christ, man. Fucking. So, man, talking about Kevin Smith, you're talking about children hurting
Oh,
themselves.
but, yeah, it's funny.
Oh, it's funny, but we got a review to do, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think skee ball's that great though. I don't know why.
Oh, I think
a
it's
big deal.
fun. It's a good way to pass the time.
Yeah, anyway.
This film originated a meme. The Buddy Christ
The Buddy
meme.
Christ!
Yeah, fucking going all the way back to like the early fucking, 2010s? Maybe?
Something like that.
Like memes first... Back in the day when memes was just a still image, some fucking words in the top and the bottom of the screen, and like a rainbow fucking background.
Yeah.
You guys, you ever remember the one where it's like Jesus like pointing the finger and putting thumbs up at you? That's where this comes from.
Christ.
That's the Buddy Christ.
I love Buddy Christ. I want to buy one and put it. I'm not
Oh my god, yeah, I'd love to have a Buddy Christ statue.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Straight up.
Uh,
Like, not like a small one, like a full-size
Oh,
Buddy
no.
Christ, like at the start of the film. That'd be
Fair
sick.
enough.
That'd be fucking sick.
Fucking, that'd be epic.
Some people have full-size stormtroopers. Me, Buddy
Buddy
Christ.
Christ. Jay and Bob's introduction to this is probably one of my favorite scenes.
Oh,
not
so
them coming up
funny.
and beating up the kids, but them explaining
And
why
why they're
there.
at a fucking abortion clinic.
And
Oh,
they're
it's
just like,
so good.
oh, we thought this would be a good place to pick up chicks.
Yeah, to pick up women.
Because like, there's such a funny fucking line.
Oh,
That was so good.
It's so good. These, the Jay and Silent Bob, because in each movie, Jay and Silent Bob are a little bit different. You know, in the first film, they're like, not really serious, but like they're super serious.
They're like grounded.
Yeah, they're really like 100% to the ground. You know, you'd see these guys going to the fucking, your local train station.
Yeah.
You know, one hyped up motherfucker and one just fucking buff ass still dude. Buff.
Buff. Quotation marks.
But like one like stock still dude, right? And then in Mallrats, they're fucking like turned up to 11 comedy wise. In Chasing Amy, they're back down to the
Yeah,
ground.
this is like a.
But they're
Dogma's like a nice
mature.
mix,
And Dogma is a nice mix where they're mature, but they're also funny as shit.
Yeah.
But definitely my favourite adaptation of them by far.
Fair enough.
Granted, it could be a little biased because this is the first Kevin Smith film that I've ever seen and like introduced to these characters. But it's so good.
Yeah. I like Loki and Bartleby.
They're really good characters. They're really
great.
good characters. To be honest, I found the weird switcher dynamics to be really just a little bit too weird. Like, 'cause, at the end of the film, Bartleby learns that Bethany is coming to kill them, and then kind of goes on like a vengeance killing spree like Loki wanted to do, right? And then Loki's like, whoa, what the shit, man?
I think it's
I mean, like, it makes sense. No, but it's just a bit too similar, in my opinion, for like their dynamics to sort of switch to one become like really passive and just like sort of want to. I mean,
well, when Loki wants to kill people, it's to get on God's good side.
Yeah.
And then when Bartleby wants to kill people, it's like a fuck you, God, because he's doing it to get back at them. Because I love that scene where he talks about.
In the car park.
Yeah, in the car park where he's like, God has given humans infinite fucking patience with everything they've done. They've been given this planet. They destroyed it. They've been, they're evil. They've been giving wars with each other. But us angels, we were
You
designed.
speak up, speak out of line once, and then
and you fucking gone.
cast to Wisconsin forever.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that bit. And then Loki's like, you sound like fucking Satan or Lucifer or whatever.
You sound like Lucifer, the Morning Star. That was
great. It's a great scene.
It is. That is a really good scene.
Oh, and there's a lot of good points about the Bible that I kind of go, that's a fucking good point.
Yeah, no, the whole women being
Shown as
bigger bad guys than the Romans and fucking everyone else combined. It's crazy.
And then there's a bit where Chris Rock's character's like,
it says Jesus is black.
Yeah, that too. But also the bit where it's like Jesus in the Bible, it skips from Jesus age 12 to 30, which goes back to your point earlier about Jesus like freaking out about having to accept his role as the son of God.
Son of
God, yeah.
And trying to find himself still being Jesus from Nazareth, but also Jesus of Nazareth, the Son of God.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
It is a really good fucking movie, eh? Speaking of Chris Rock, though, the faces this man pulls are fucking hilarious. And almost nearly puts fucking Jim Carrey to shame, in my opinion.
You reckon?
Yeah, man. Especially when they're in the bar fighting the Golgothan. When, the gang, fight him. And, it cuts to him, he's like... It's fucking hilarious. So much, almost funnier than some, fucking Jim Carrey's faces. Granted, not to, the extent of, Elasticity and, fucking... morphin and shit, but almost funnier.
I wonder what everybody listening to this thinks the faces you just pulled were.
Yeah, I know, fuck yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even clue. They're not going to be able to tell.
See you.
Oh my god.
And we're not going to describe it.
No, god, no. You're going to have to up to your imagination. I'm winking right now, you can't tell.
Yeah. Fuck, yeah. Yeah, I think fucking Chris Rock is really funny.
Oh yeah.
There's so much to like, and it's the only thing that's upsetting about this movie is that we don't see these characters pop up again.
Oh yeah, no, except for Jay and Silent Bob. These are more characters that never come back.
Yeah.
I mean, we get to see Chris Rock come back as a different character and strike back.
But not as
not as good of a character as fucking as Rufus, the 13th Apostle. Remember his name.
13th Apostle. That's funny. That's a funny bit too.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, but we see God at the end credits of Strike Back, and that's about
yeah,
it.
no, that's right.
Oh, Loki shows up in Reboot.
We'll talk about that.
I hate that bit.
Me too. But we'll talk about that later.
I don't know why, but the holy bartender bit I think is really funny.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. He doesn't know how to make a holy bartender. Pulls out Uzi, fucking grouse.
Ages later, Jay goes,
"Holy bartender, I get one. I get it."
Fucking great. Oh. I love Jay's meltdown at the end of the movie when
yes,
God shows up.
So fucking good.
He's like, "What the fuck?
Who the fuck's this bitch? What the fuck happened to that guy's head?" So fucking good. Some of the best acting. Granted, his facial acting, Jason Mewes' facial acting in that scene is a little, just one, sort of frozen. But, the voice, the overall performance is fucking brilliant. Yeah, the delivery. So the delivery is brilliant. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Fucking God is also played by Alyssa Morissette in this film.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. Who, when doing research for this film, I mistook for Kevin Smith's wife, Jennifer Schwarbuck.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you squint really hard, they kind of look the same. Yeah, no, if you're squinting, mate. If you're squinting.
If you got your eyes closed.
If you got your eyes closed, they look sisters. Twins,
mate.
Identical twins.
Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger style twins.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's.
Jason Lee's in this again.
Oh yeah, Jason Lee.
He's great as Azrael.
Yeah, no, very funny.
I love
What's with Jason Lee and playing arsehole characters in fucking Kevin Smith movies?
Maybe Kevin Smith just thinks Jason Lee's an arsehole.
Yeah, what if he actually secretly hates Jason Lee?
He just hates him.
Because what? I mean, Brody's a lovable arsehole. Banky's a full-on piece of shit.
Yeah.
Obviously...
This guy's a fucking demon.
Yeah, this guy's he's a fucking demon.
I love that bit where he Silent Bob smashes him with a golf club and puts a hole in his chest.
Yeah.
That's
But I'm a
great.
fucking demon.
I'm a fucking demon.
I love the part where he fucking takes off his shirt and he's like, realizes he's only got 3 buttons. So good.
Yeah, that's great. George Carlin?
Oh yeah, George Carlin's in this film. Fucking amazing. One of the best comics.
Ever.
Period.
Yeah, he's great in this.
He is fucking hilarious in this film.
I love him. There's a bit I have written down where they need to convince Cardinal Glick, who George Carlin plays, to close the thing down. I've literally just written here, just kill him. He's gonna go straight to heaven because he's a
cardinal, yeah.
Cardinal, and God could just reverse it. Just kill him.
Well, he dies at the end of the film anyway.
He does, doesn't
Spoilers.
he? Yeah.
Oh no.
What else? I wrote Affleck should be the villain in more movies because he's really good as a villain.
Yeah, no, he actually is. Ben Affleck, he gets a lot of shit, but he's actually a pretty good actor.
He's a great actor.
Like, if you put him in a specific role where he's, like, playing, like, a really handsome, like, stud character, like, not necessarily Holden, but, like, Bruce Wayne or fucking...
Just not Reindeer Games.
Huh?
Just not Reindeer Games.
Reindeer Games, is that?
It's a shit movie with Ben Affleck in it.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, well, that joke doesn't work anymore. No, yeah, but he's a great actor. He should definitely be villains in more things.
Actor.
Oh, I also love the bit where it's like, Jay's like, we got 5 minutes left to live. You said you'd fuck me. We had 5
Oh,
minutes
yeah,
left to
that's
live."
right.
I love that.
Actually, there's one thing that really fucks with me with this film, right? So after you meet the Metatron, who appears to... No, sorry. Before we meet the Metatron, it cuts... Oh, fuck. Sorry, I gotta read my notes for this shit. So after we meet Azrael, there's like a wipe cut to like some Star Wars ass wipe cut to Bethany praying in bed, right? Then she starts to get in bed, and then it dissolves into her sleeping, and then the whole scene of her meeting Metatron plays out, and then obviously there's like the cut, which there's a specific name for it. I did fucking research, like film editing research of like what the cuts are called and all that shit. I don't remember any of it now.
Son of a bitch.
Don't remember any of it now, but I've fucking like watched like a 20-minute video describing like all these different cuts. I don't remember the name of it, but there's a cut. It cuts when Bethany like waking up in her bed when Metatron like shakes the maracas, which has a specific name. And then she like goes underneath her pillow, like stretches and finds the maracas, which shows that it's not a dream.
Yeah.
Right, that it actually happened. But then it cuts to Bethany locking up what looks to be her front door, but is the abortion clinic, and it's fucking pitch goddamn black.
Yeah, that fucked me over as well.
Like, what?
What a strange choice, right?
Like, this is your 4th film. You know how to, like, fucking... I think this is why Kevin Smith shouldn't be allowed to, like, do proper, like, editing shit in his movies. Because you look at Strike Back as well, and there are a whole bunch of, like, tacky zooms and weird camera angles and shit. He really should just sort of stick with basic camera movements where it's camera in front of 2 people, they talk, they carry the scene.
Yeah, just more dialogue.
Yeah, just dialogue. That's what makes this film good. That's what makes his film good. That's what makes his films good, is allowing the characters to carry the scene with their dialogue.
Right there.
Yes. But is that all we have for
Dogma?
Dogma?
I think so, yeah.
Actually, no, sorry. Dogma was meant to be the 2nd film.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of Clerks, he says Jay and Silent Bob will return in Dogma.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 films later.
And then in Chasing Amy, at the end of the credits, says they'll return in Dogma. Again, we promise this time in brackets.
Don't they? And at the end of Mallrats, Strike Back is fucking hinted.
Yeah.
That's right.
How many times have they planned on that story? Because they had that bit with the monkey in the end of Mallrats.
Mm-hmm.
There's a comic, Jay and Silent Bob comic, that was released in between Chasing Amy and Dogma, where they have the monkey bit again.
Okay.
And then in Strike Back, they have the monkey again.
Oh my god, fuck.
I don't know what's going on.
Kevin, come on, man.
Or chimpanzee or whatever the fuck. Ape or whatever the fuck.
Ape.
Speaking of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Back.
This was actually the first Kevin Smith movie I watched.
This was the 2nd one I ever watched.
Oh. Mm-hmm. And I think, well, I can speak from my experience. It was the first movie I watched. It's pretty easy to follow along, even though this was supposed to be the end of this franchise.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But I think it's still pretty easy to follow along. The only thing that fucked me over was Jason Lee plays two characters who look very similar.
Yeah, no, I when I watched this film, I'm like, but why does Jason Lee have a beard now?
Yeah. Turns out they're two different characters.
Yeah, no, watch the films before it and you'll understand.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the worst thing. Beside the like, we'll get into I'll get into my disliking, well not disliking, but disappointment with this film on rewatching it. That's probably like the worst thing. If you watch this film, like second Kevin Smith film or first Kevin Smith film you ever watch, you're gonna be fucking confused and you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, wait a minute, fucking, who the fuck's Ben Affleck? Why is he saying snoochie boochies? Who the fuck are all these people popping up throughout the film? Why the fuck is Jason Lee here twice?
Yeah.
Fucking, who are these people at the end of the film that obviously were meant to know? Like Alyssa pops up at the end of the film. Fucking, Hooper, pops up at the end of the film as well. A whole bunch of other people.
Yeah.
From the earlier films pop up too, like side characters, like the girl the underage girl who has sex with Ben Affleck's character and Morat. She pops up. She's chilling with Alyssa. It's weird.
Yeah. I like this movie though.
No, yeah, it's a
I
good
don't
movie.
I don't love it. I especially don't love the third act where they go to the Miramax.
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
bad.
Pretty fuck. I mean, there are like one or two funny moments.
Yeah.
But
other
than that, no, it's not good.
I like the cameos in this, except for all of the ones in Miramax, are great. I think they actually serve a purpose and lead up to a good joke with the George Carlin and the Carrie Fisher.
That was so fucking
it's
funny.
so funny.
So funny.
Sean William Scott has a cameo.
Yeah.
If you know his work, this is a clever play on the characters he usually plays. In his regular films in the early 2000s, late 90s, he plays very much this jock type character.
So studs.
This stud, yeah. And then in this, he's just a fucking doofus.
Yeah. Fuck good. I didn't like... When I first watched this film, I fucking loved the Scooby-Doo scene, but looking back on it, it's
a bit weird now.
Yes. This film... I loved this film when I first watched it, and I'm safe to say that you did too, yeah?
Yeah.
But, looking back on this film and actually having to review it, it's not that good of a film. I mean, it's funny in some parts. It would be it'd be fucking funnier than anything on the planet if you were fucking stoned off your fucking face, but nah, unfortunately it's not that good of a film. It's in my opinion, it's his weakest film, and I know that's not your opinion, but we'll get to why that is later.
Yeah. I still think there's a lot of great jokes. Obviously, I don't know about you, but I love the abbreviations. Is that what it's called?
The
clit and the labia jokes are really
that's
funny.
pretty funny.
Some of the I said cameos already. I don't have a lot of notes on this movie, to be honest. It's kind of
it's fan service is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like hey. It's literally Kevin Smith saying, "Hey kids, remember Holden? Remember Banky?
Yeah.
Remember fucking Brody? Remember all this shit? That's me, man. That's Kevin Smith."
Yeah, I really don't like seeing Holden and Alyssa in these movies after Chasing Amy. I think it really ruined. No, not doesn't ruin it, but it's like it's not really that great anymore, is it?
I don't know. Well, for the whole
like Holden's first bit of thing is just fine because like it's just to serve, get the plot rolling, whatever.
Sorry.
But then you come back to him later. He's got that joke like, "Man, I miss dating a lesbian." I'm like, shut your fucking face. Cut that bit out. Because just don't.
Some of the looking at the screen jokes, it's funny the first time when it's with Brody.
Yeah, it happens 4 times after that.
Yeah, but fucking when it's done every other fucking time in the rest of the film, it's just okay, we get it. We're here too. We're watching you.
Yeah. Fart jokes are lazy. I hate them. Every time I see them in a movie, I just go, ugh. There's only one fart joke I reckon that's ever made me laugh. Anything. And that's in Adventure Time.
Yeah.
There's one bit in an episode of Adventure Time where they're Jake and Finn are hiding from skeletons, and then Finn's like, "You gotta be really
oh yeah.
And there's a
fucking massive fart and it echoes for fucking K's.
It's the only fart joke I just think is is just the funny. I was pissing myself when I watched that shit. Yeah, back to Kevin Smith.
Back to Kevin Smith. Like a fucking news report. And back to you, Kevin.
We got Kevin on the line again. Kevin, can you hear us?
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. I'm on the line.
We're gonna stop doing this joke. We're gonna stop.
No. I like how Jay and Silent Bob are wearing something different like every time we see them in a film. Like the first time, I mean, it's hard to tell in the first film, but you know, they're probably wearing something like black and whitey, maybe like some denim. In the second film, they're wearing like black leather. Or at least Bob is wearing black leather.
Yeah, they're all in black.
They're in black, and then fucking,
he gets the green coat in Dogma. That's the first
he gets
time
the green coat in Dogma, chasing Amy and Dogma Jay. There's no difference. Jay's got like he's got the nose piercings, he's got the red jacket, he's got the beanie. But then iconic Jay and Silent Bob, like when you think Jay and Silent Bob,
I think
in my
jacket.
opinion, huh?
I think the yellow jacket.
Yeah, you think the yellow jacket, you think fucking Mooby's hat, you think fucking green overcoat.
Yeah.
Like Strike Back Jay and Silent Bob, iconic Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, definitely. And the bit at the start where the fuck rap or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fucking
Iconic
good.
for Jay and Silent Bob. It's great. There's my problem with the third act. It's just all just gay jokes. That's the whole joke.
Yeah.
You get Diedrich Bader going in with the What a Lovely Tea Party, and then you have the bit where James Vanderbeek and Jason Biggs doing the whole thing like he's like, well, you calling everything gay or fucking this gay, that's gay,
and fucking monkey gay.
Immediately after that, when they knock them out, they do the bit where like, don't come in here, me and Jason Biggs are in here naked, butt naked, and they do the whole fucking joke, Diedrich Bader again, and then again at the very end where not the very end, but when Banky and Will Ferrell's character are walking along and some like I don't kiss guys or whatever. It's like it's just constant gay jokes after that.
Something from what like you've heard, I don't kiss guys, and then we find out that he's gay with that he's in a relationship with Hooper. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, can't
Make up your mind, Kevin.
It's not particularly great, that final act. Although I love Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah, no fuck. Funny thing about that, when Kevin Smith did a test screening for Strike Back, and when Mark Hamill himself appears in the film, no one realized that it was Mark Hamill, and so he's like, fuck it, I'll stop the movie for like 5 seconds,
hey kids, it's Mark Hamill.
Yeah, hey kids, it's Mark Hamill, as he fucking crashes through.
Cocknock is iconic for
Kevin Cocknock is pretty fucking funny.
That. I got here, I want a bong saber.
Oh yeah.
Like, I just want one, it'd be so cool.
That'd be cute, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I love Chris Rock is pretty funny in this.
Oh yeah. He's funny for like the first couple scenes he's on, but eventually at the end of it,
that bit, he gets a bit tired. But I love that bit where he's like,
I created
the Muppets. I was gonna call it NWP.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna continue the joke.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna say what it is because, like we said, we don't want to get cancelled by the full fucking
Yeah,
episode.
you can. Yeah, there's not a lot to say about this movie, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's a good time if you stoned. Oh, Jay's Berserker shirt, actually, something I put in my notes, is that Jay's wearing a Berserker shirt, which is
of the guy from Clerks.
Yeah, it was one of the side characters from Clerks, who's like Silent Bob's cousin from Russia.
Would you like some making fuck Berserker? Would you like to suck my cock Berserker? Iconic. I love that shit.
Oh, good shit. Clerks 2?
No, actually, I want to bring up one other bit.
Go for it.
One of the best bits in this whole movie of Strike Back is at the very end where they go and beat up all the kids who were talking.
Oh
shit
yeah, no, that's pretty fucking
great.
funny.
I love that. It's just how many people want to kick some ass. I do.
Good shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we can move on to Clerks 2 now unless you want to.
Yeah, no, Clerks 2. You didn't watch this film.
I couldn't find a copy of it anywhere.
You couldn't.
I don't own it on DVD. It used to be on YouTube for free, but got taken down.
Didn't you find like a version in Spanish?
I found a fucking Spanish version for free. I couldn't find an English copy. Spanish version though.
Oh, you should have learned Spanish.
Oh yeah, probably should have. No, but I remember most of this movie, so I have one note because I wrote one note and then I was like, I'm running out of time. I'll go watch the reboot. My one note is I love the Anne Frank / Helen Keller.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny. I feel like they mixed up the correcting Randall of the difference between Anne Frank and Helen Keller. They should have had it saying. They should have had him saying it like a couple times before Dante comes in and, dude, you mean Helen Keller, not Anne Frank.
I love
That would have been a little bit more funnier instead of Dante correcting him the first time that he makes the reference, and then for the rest of the film he just doesn't give a shit and says Anne Frank anyways.
Yeah.
Which is funny nonetheless, but...
Yeah. This movie is really funny. I think the only bit that I don't necessarily love is the dance bit.
Oh, the fucking...
Like the mass dance.
Yeah, the musical fucking number.
That bit just takes me out of it, because this film, for most part, is very grounded, like the first Clerks.
Yeah.
And then you have this big dance number, which makes you go,
weird. I don't know, I kind of like Randall doing the fucking dance on it. Yeah,
digital walk again.
Yeah, that's good.
What do you think of Elias?
Elias? I liked Elias as a character. It's fun to have Randall. Like, Randall's at his best when he's picking on people.
Yeah,
he's
and he's got
funniest.
someone to pick on the whole
Yeah,
movie.
exactly. And he's got someone there, literally, whose sole purpose in the movie is to fucking be made fun of. And, like, I love when Elias is talking about his girlfriend and how she's got, like, a mouth troll and, like, a vagina troll. So, like, they can't have sex or, like, do anything, and, like, he's got to wait for them to, like, move out of her body when she comes of age or whatever. And he's doing his best to hold back, to, like, not, like, verbally beat the shit out of this kid for being that fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I love it. I love, Randall's really great in this.
He is. I really wish Kevin Smith would have done more with Dante's character in this film, though. I mean, it's nice to see him... Like, it makes sense for his character to be doing the same shit all over again. You know, having a girlfriend who is Kevin Smith's wife, who... This is the first time she appears in his films, right? No?
She's one of the... One of the
oh, no, that's right. She's one of the people in Strike Back. That's right.
Yeah.
My apologies.
But, yeah.
Yeah, no, Dante's got a fiance in this film, right? But is in love with his store manager, who's played by...
Rosario Dawson,
Dawson, who is a fucking amazing actress. I fucking love her. She's sick. Who's played by Rosario Dawson, which is fine and dandy, but that's essentially the same fucking plot. It's the same arc as fucking the first Clerks, and that's all fine and dandy because like the start of the film is in black and white, and like he goes to open the shutters, and then the fucking quick stop is burning down, which is good and not good. It's kind of funny, and sort of tells you that this film is not going to be the same, but then to see them working dead-end jobs again in their fucking 30s and then have no character change, at least with Dante, it's fucking boring and lazy.
I guess.
I mean, like, I get what it's going for, like, you know, like, this is one of Kevin Smith's... one of Kevin Smith's films where he's telling a story again. You know, he's doing not another chasing Amy, but he's got something to say again.
Yeah.
Because this film is about him, you know, in 30s, 40s, when, you know, Clerks was about, you know, like early 20s, Chasing Amy was like late 20s, 30s, and this film is like, you know, almost like midlife sort of shit.
Yeah. I think, I get where you're coming from, but I still enjoyed it. No,
don't get me wrong. I enjoy this film. I think it's great. It is a good fucking film. Another good film to just be stoned while watching as well. But a lot of his films just like get exponentially funnier while being baked.
True.
In my opinion.
I keep looking at my notes. There's nothing there.
Yeah, no. I've got like two, like, and one being Jay's wearing a Buddy Christ shirt, and this movie is somewhat. I can't even read my handwriting. Something about Kevin Smith.
How good are Jay and Bob though? I love them.
Oh no, I love Jay and Bob.
No, they're sober this time.
Yeah, no, they're sober, and he's like fucking. Oh, it's good.
I love the quotable line from this fucking Middletown cop pulled us over for suspicion of mischief. What the fuck does that mean? We're driving around with a deployed airbag. Yeah. True story of Jason Hughes. He was driving around with a deployed airbag, got arrested.
Oh my god, shit, I didn't even realise it was a true story. That's sick.
Fucking Smith, Silent Bob doesn't speak. He speaks once, and it's like a joke was like, I don't have anything to say this time.
Yeah,
It's pretty. It's a funny.
It's
play
funny
on the what do you call it?
on what you'd expect Silent Bob's character
Yeah,
to be.
exactly.
Even though in the past couple films he hasn't really said anything wise. Like in Strike Back, he comes out with this whole big like legal speech, which I guess sort of goes with what his character was like meant to be,
Yeah.
and all that shit. But I don't know. I kind of feel like Kevin Smith like couldn't be bothered remembering anything anymore.
Fair enough. Yeah.
He doesn't say anything in any of the films. In any like Dogma onwards, he doesn't have anything like wise life advice to say. He's got legal advice in Strike Back, but I don't really count that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Doesn't say. I mean, it's the joke in Clerks too, but he doesn't say anything at fucking all wise in Reboot, which is, which we'll get to that. I mean, I feel like talking about Clerks 2 is gonna be pretty fucking simple. Quick, sorry, not simple.
Clerks 2. The donkey show is so fucking funny.
That's so fucking funny.
It's just a great gag, and it's like fucking where's Kinky Kelly? This is Kelly.
Kinky. Yeah, this is Kinky Kelly. I'm the
sexy stuff. And he just shoots
Yeah.
the fucking thing. He just goes straight to his hand. It looks great. It's really funny. And that's the bit where like Elias gets fucking hammered.
Oh yeah, I love Elias just walking around, pissed off his face.
Crazy to think about. This movie, there's lines in this where it's like, oh, the live action Transformers movie is coming out soon. I'm like, oh my god, that's so long ago now. I feel like there's one happening all the time. God,
fucking
feel old.
I love how in the jail scene the stud comes out and is like, oh, you guys won't get charged with any bestiality things. It's not illegal in this state to like watch bestiality. It's only illegal like to commit it.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, not bestiality.
Interspecies erotica.
Interspecies erotica. I love that character.
I love that. It's so good.
Shit,
I love that whole jail scene. With
it is. That's in my opinion, like that's the best scene. Except for the end, that's the best scene in the film.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wish. No, I don't wish anything. I don't know what I was gonna say. I really love this movie. I think
it is. It's a good movie.
It's a great movie. There's not a lot of stuff memorable
until
like the end. I reckon.
Yeah,
but it's still a good ride when you watch it. It's still more of the character that you love from Clerks, and although it's a very similar arc with Dante, it's still good to watch. And his dad, by the end of the movie, is going to become a dad.
Yeah, fuck, that's right. Which is going to tie into Clerks 3, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah. Yeah, excited. That's Clerks 3. I really liked it. I love how they own the store at the end.
Yeah, no, they buy the store with fucking. They get a loan from Jay and Bob. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Excuse me. I love how it's them. Oh, to be honest, in my opinion, I feel like at the end of the film, obviously, Randall and Dante are behind the counter at like the reopened, rebuilt Quick Stop, right? But like they're just sort of like standing there looking around. I feel like that scene goes on for a little bit too long before it like starts to fade to black and white and then zooms back out.
No, I like it.
No?
I like it.
No, I like it as well. It's just like them looking around. It's like
and then you get the milkmaid on the side.
Yeah. Like before it like zooms out and goes to black, they're just sort of standing there looking around.
Yeah.
Like almost like they're noticing everything going back into black and white. It's kind of weird. It could have been a little bit like that. Them looking around before the zoom out could have been like a couple seconds shorter. Yeah. That's my only gripe about it. Other than that, it's a beautiful ending.
Yeah.
It's like Kevin Smith like accepting his fucking fully embracing being the guy that made Clerks.
Yeah.
Which he fucking can't stop talking about now.
Yeah.
It's like, hey kids, I made Clerks.
It's me, Kevin. Hey man,
it's me, Kevin Smith. I made Clerks. Did you know that?
Anything else to say about Clerks 2?
No, that's really all I got to say about Clerks 2. Now, you and me, this is gonna be big old battle of the debates with a reboot.
Because I love Reboot and Bailey hates it. That's not true. It's the opposite. I fucking hate Reboot. I think it's atrocious. It's honestly painful to sit through. I hate it.
Nah.
I can't stand it.
Nah, you're not looking at it the right way, my friend.
No, you're looking at it the wrong way.
No. I guarantee you're gonna learn something. Just like the other films, you're gonna learn something by the end of this. You sit back and listen, Sonny Jim.
Oh, my bloody. But they call me with his cheeky knowledge. Bloody.
No, right. I like this film. Granted, it's not his weakest, in my opinion. Strike Back is his weakest film. But this film, definitely not one of his best. But just like the rest, very enjoyable. You don't find it that way? I do. Because this was his first film after his heart attack. Right? This was his first, because Clerks 3, he was saying before his heart attack was all going to be about death and accepting death. But then when he was faced with death, he's like, oh shit, I don't want to fucking die.
Yeah.
I don't want to...
Add a different perspective.
Yeah, add a whole different perspective, which is what this is. Jay and Silent Bob reboot, obviously, is meant to be a reboot on Strike Back. Really lazy, but you got to look at it as this is a celebration of what Kevin Smith is. This is Kevin Smith's life in like an hour and fucking 40 minutes. Crammed into an hour and 40 minutes. This is Kevin Smith's life from fucking Clerks to Heart Attack to now.
I don't see it that way. I see it as this painfully awful, unfunny retread of Strike Back, which I was telling him because it sounds like a funny idea on paper, just doing it again. But when you watch it, it's like, I have seen this before, but this is 10 times worse. And I don't connect with the daughter character, Millennium Falcon or whatever her name is. I think it's an awful addition to the dynamic of Jay and Bob, because I always see these characters as being like, these guys don't change, and that's the
that's the whole point of the characters.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden Jay's got a fucking daughter and he's gonna become a dad, very similar to Jay Smith in real life.
Yeah.
And it's horribly written compared to all the other ones that are like really smart, great dialogue. This is just like, oh, I'm pretty sure these guys were alive in the 90s. They didn't have internet back then. What an awful fucking line.
Yeah. Well, the only bad dialogue in this film comes from the younger characters. Everyone else who's like older, who's Kevin Smith's age, written... the dialogue for them isn't as bad as, say, like that 90s line and some of the shit that fucking Millennium Falcon spouts off with her fucking little ragtag group of fucking friends.
Yeah. Knowing Kevin Smith, I'm surprised he didn't call this character Millennial Falcon. Some fucking whack shit. I couldn't connect with it. I didn't find the emotional bits to land at all as compared to some of his other movies, because it doesn't work. I don't find these characters funny. Like, Jay and Bob aren't characters I'm really supposed to connect to emotionally. They're just supposed to be like the funny. So their Strike Back barely works as a movie. So doing it again is just a big fucking gamble, and I just don't think it works. It's not funny. The only thing I really like about this movie is jokes of Kevin Smith playing himself.
Oh yeah, fucking funny. Yeah, Kevin Smith playing himself, which unfortunately, that like Kevin Smith's role, well, not his, obviously not him himself, but Kevin Smith was a stand-in for Stan Lee, who was taken before shooting even started on Reboot, unfortunately enough. Because the Kevin Smith plays himself in the film, but it was originally going to be Stan Lee playing himself instead of Kevin Smith. I will agree with you. Just like Strike Back, the third act of this film, pretty shit.
I think it's all movie shit.
Nah. Some of the in between bits, like the hater tots, is really fucking dumb.
Oh my god! I wrote here the hater tots is like the embodiment of Yoko Hoses.
Yeah, it
like,
really is.
These movies are made for tween girls, and it attracted an entirely different market. That's just what Yoko Hoses was, dude. Shit. I wrote here, did Kevin Smith forget how to be Silent Bob?
Yeah.
Because in all the other ones, like, he actually uses his expressive skills to be Silent Bob. Like, his facial expressions are pretty subtle, but they work, and his body movements and stuff are, work. But in this, it's just he's just pointing and looking at people and pointing.
And just the one, like,
yeah, exactly,
one eyebrows up,
eyebrow raised, big smile. It's just it's awful. I don't know how he could fuck up being this character that he's been playing for 20 years. The emojis.
Yeah, awful. I didn't like that. I agree with you. A lot of like the little things are really awful. The emojis, the I wouldn't say I didn't really notice the lack of expression as much as you did. There was some. I don't know. I don't feel like the film was really focused on fucking Silent Bob though. It was really like Jay was like proper front and center.
Yeah. I don't know.
Kind of like in Clerks, how Silent Bob was really just fucking there to be there, except for obviously the little nugget of wisdom he gives fucking Dante at the end. But
True.
just like in Reboot, he's just there to be there. You can't have Jay without Silent Bob.
I guess.
I feel like
I don't know, man.
no, I get what you mean. Look, you have a lot of points. This film isn't. I enjoy it and I like it, but it doesn't mean that it's a good film.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. I hate every minute of this.
there are multiple scenes like fucking they go to Chronic Con, which is the Comic Con but centered around Bluntman and Chronic, which kind of funny, but not super funny.
I hate it. I hate how meta this movie is. Because it's like, here we're walking in, here's the cast of Clerks, here's the cast of Comic Book Man.
Yeah.
Here's just, fuck you.
See, that's the one thing I really the Loki thing, which we'll talk about in a moment.
Oh my god.
The Loki thing and the cast of Clerks, no fucking sense. No fucking. I feel like Kevin Smith was just like really fucking high in the morning after like taking like fucking like in like one puff, like the cartoon one puff. One inhale, like smokes an entire fucking joint. Did that a couple times. Sat down at his desks. Oh, it'd be so fucking funny if the cast of Clerks showed up and they were in black and white, and then it cuts to Jay and Silent Bob, and they're in black and white too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kevin Smith. I made that's literally what that scene is. That is him saying, "Hey, I'm Kevin Smith. I made Clerks."
Yeah, and the bit with Matt Damon showing up is, I'm Kevin Smith and I got fucking Matt Damon to be in my movie. Look at this. Look at this.
He literally, Matt Damon fucking says that.
Yeah,
in the
he
film,
like, literally,
yeah.
it's me, Loki from Dogma, remember? And then he never shows up for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
He does narration for one bit and is never done again.
Yeah, no, if they could have like lent into the narration a little bit more.
Exactly.
If they wanted to have like Loki do, like if they wanted to have Matt Damon in it. And it's not like it would have been too expensive. They would have had to just stick fucking Matt Damon in a goddamn recording booth. And
Exactly.
be Matt Damon. Well, not Matt Damon, but Loki, but...
The cameos in this are awful.
Some of them are really bad. Like I think the Chris Jericho one's pretty funny. Like
That whole scene has no purpose.
yeah,
Just to
it
keep
doesn't.
except to just have Chris Jericho be in there.
I know.
As the KKK fucking leader or whatever. Fuck.
Yeah,
Just a shit scene.
I loved the fucking Chris Hemsworth cameo. No. Right, see, not the one that's actually in the movie, but like at the end of the movie when the credits roll, there's like different like scenes that obviously didn't make it in. There's another one with Chris Hemsworth. It's fucking hilarious.
I don't like either of them. I saw that one too.
No, dude, I loved fucking. I thought it was so funny when he says "Hemi go bye bye."
Okay,
Dude, that's funny. It's fucking big manly fucking Chris Hemsworth as a hologram saying "Hemi go bye bye."
Yeah,
that's funny.
This is the things that made me laugh were just little weird shit that just kind of catch me off guard, like the bit where he's like, Jay mispronounces the name of something, and then Brody's like, what Gino's like, yeah, those pizza making fucks, or the bit where he where they meet Millennium Falcon, meet one of her friends or whatever.
Oh yeah, and it's her deaf friend who's black, and he's like, I think we need to see a paternity test.
Not that, but no, the bit later on where he thinks that she's speaking Spanish or something, and he goes, "Oh, mi cosa pa soapy penis." I pissed myself. It was so funny. But besides that, there's nothing else I really liked, and I'm worried about Mallrats and Clerks too, if this is the type of things he's going to do, because both of those movies are going to have like teenage characters in them, and if this is how he writes teenage characters, I'm fucking terrified.
I don't know, I feel
because Mallrats is going to have Brody having a daughter, and it's going to have that cunt from Stranger Things,
Millie Bobby Brown.
No, there's a bloke, the
David Harbour?
Kid. No, one of the kids.
Finn Wolfhard?
That's it. Finn Wolfhard is going to be in Mallrats too.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, they're going to ruin this movie. Not so much because of Finn Wolfhard, but because of how Smith writes teenage characters and in both this movie and in Yoga Hoses, and it sucks.
I don't know. I feel like he knows that Yoga Hoses is shit. He wanted to make this... The reason that he wanted to make this film the way he did, of like cameos and fucking, like his entire life's work crammed into a fucking a short movie, not a short movie, but a fucking an hour and 40-minute movie, is because he almost died and he didn't want the last thing that he made to be Yoga Hosers. So I feel with the way that
he made a different shit movie.
No, I feel with the way that he wrote the characters in Yoga Hosers, the teen characters in Yoga Hosers, and the teen characters in this film, hopefully with enough, because obviously you're probably not the only person to hate this film. I'm probably not. Like, he'll be able to take that criticism and sort of rework it into hopefully how he makes fucking Morats and Clerks 3. Hopefully. I mean, we could be wrong. He could just be old and stoned now and just sort of not be able to write good characters when it comes to fucking teens, at least. But, only time will tell with that shit.
There's a review I found on Google that I feel fully encapsulates my opinions on this movie. Would you like me to read it out to you?
No, be my guest. Don't forget to give credit to whoever the reviewer is. Yeah,
this is from David Ennis. I found it on the Google Play, whatever. Oh dear, like a 50-year-old trying to look cool riding a skateboard. I'm a fan of all of Smith's previous movies, but since Yoga Hosers, he just keeps trying to flog the same slapstick that was funny with exuberant youth on his side, but now it's just strained, cringeworthy, and actually embarrassing to watch. Like a stand-up comic choking on stage. Not pretty. I had to stop at 40 minutes to write this because I couldn't watch anymore. This is just my opinion, and I hope someone else likes it, although I doubt it. It's shameless rehashing of a time in comedy that is long now dead. Grow up, Kevin Smith. You're treating your fans like morons, and some will never watch your films again. The only way this is funny is if you have brain damage or are monumentally stoned. I say save your money or hire the first movie. It's actually funny. I love that review because it encapsulates my opinion 100%.
I get you. I do. I mean, look, like I said before, it's not a good film. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But just like, you gotta look, it's all about perspective, man. And I'm choosing to see it as what it was meant to be, for not what it actually is.
Yeah, well, it's weird because I thought I would have loved this. This is right down my alley. This is exactly what I would have loved to have seen. I saw it and went, boo, no good.
Yeah.
Boo, actually.
Boo.
Boo. Baboo.
Babooey.
Shut your fucking head. Yeah, I don't... Oh, Ben Affleck scene. What do you think about it?
I liked it. I really liked it. I thought it was sort of like because Ben Affleck's a bit of a joke, or not that Ben Affleck actually is a bit of a joke. Ben Affleck's character Holden is a bit of a joke in Strike Back, so it's nice to see him in a bit more of a serious, brought back to the serious character that he once was. And granted, it's a little bit weird, like you were saying before, of like the whole he's sort of like not in a relationship with Alyssa anymore, but is at the same time they're being co-parents.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, no, that really does defeat the purpose of the last film, of them moving on from each other as legitimate adults I have
a full love-hate relationship with that scene because it's a beautiful fucking speech about parenting. And when I hear that speech, I go, Kevin Smith, he still has it.
Yeah, he still
Why
has it.
are you doing this? Yeah. But then I hate that it's co-parents with Alyssa. Like, I really just wish that, like, probably we just didn't see those characters again, like, ever.
To be honest, if it would have been nice if it wasn't like co-parenting. Like if it was like, oh yeah, I was Alyssa's sperm donor, and like that's it.
I would have just preferred if he moved on and just had a kid with somebody else. But I love, but even in that speech, there's a lot of shit jokes where he's like, I'm not Bruce Wayne anymore. I'm more like Thomas Wayne or Bruce Wayne's mum, whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, and then looks at the camera.
Yeah. What are you doing? That was a shit thing to put there. Yeah. I don't like this movie. I don't like that scene in particular. I like some of it, but...
I did like because back in Strike Back, we see Ben Affleck and Matt Damon as actual in-universe characters playing themselves.
Yeah.
Which is fucking... We've got to mention the Goodwill Hunting scene. That is the only good bit about like the third act of Strike Back. Yeah. It is so fucking funny. And I love how at the end of that scene, fucking Jay shouts out, "Yo, Affleck, you were the bomb in Phantom, yo!" And Granted, it wasn't as funny as it was in Strike Back, but I like that, like, they say, like, oh, yeah, but Affleck was the bomb as Batman, yo.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
You know, he's not the bomb as Batman.
He's the bomb as Bruce Wayne.
He's the bomb as Bruce Wayne, yeah. I don't know. I couldn't... This movie's nothing. I hate this movie. I even as a Smith fan, I think it's atrocious.
Yeah, nah, it's not. It's definitely not his best work.
What I would like to see for the... Because we know we at least have two more movies
films, yeah.
coming out. Mallrats 2 and Clerks 3. What I genuinely think should happen is that you should make Mallrats 2 first. Do whatever the fuck you want with it. Make it a shit film or whatever. And
then have Clerks 3 be like the swan song.
Yeah, Clerks 3 be the end of the whole franchise. Because do you know what the plot of Clerks 2 is going to be? He's mentioned it in an interview. It's very similar to Smith Life again. Randall has a heart attack and realizes while in the hospital that he's doesn't have any family. There's no one to memorialize him when he dies. And so while all fucked up on drugs from the heart attack, whatever, he turns to Dante and says, "We need to make a movie," and they make Clerks. That's the plot of Clerks. That's what it's going to be, and It sounds incredible. I'm so excited, but I hope after seeing Reboot, I hope he doesn't fuck it up, because I feel like every movie he's made after he became a stoner, major into the toilet, as Arnold would say.
So he's saying is we have Seth Rogen to blame.
We do have fuck you, Seth.
Fucking Seth Rogen,
son of a bitch.
No, actually, shit, I'm pretty sure you've told me that before, but that does sound an amazing film. That sounds incredible. Like a fucking amazing.
Yeah.
God. Actually, speaking of Clerks 2, not Clerks 2, speaking of Mallrats 2, I hope they don't bring TS back.
They will.
Or if
they can't. How will they not bring him back
for say he died in a swimming pool.
No.
Finally got his fucking comeuppance.
Yeah. Recently they announced that the entire cast of Mallrats is coming back from Mallrats 2.
Even Michael Rooker?
That's a good question. I hope so.
I hope so.
I love Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker was mad, dude.
They're probably going to have a joke of him being Mary Poppins or whatever.
Oh, fuck. I hope so. That'd be pretty fucking funny, to be honest.
Anything else to bring up about these movies? I think we're done.
Well, at least... not really about these movies, but at least with Mallrats 2, I hope they fix TS's character.
Yeah.
If they write it, like, if he's the same guy who doesn't, like, if he at least learns a lesson and, you know, grows as a person, instantly redeemed as a character, in my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because, you know, that's the only thing that was missing about his character in the first Mallrats film, was that he was just a giant arsehole and he didn't learn anything.
Yep.
If he'd learned something, even if it was like how to fucking count to 5, he would instantly amazing character.
Yeah,
up with the greats. Just as good as Dante, just as good as Randall. I mean, he's not, but fucking...
Yeah, I know what you're getting.
Just anything. I want his character to learn something.
Yeah. So, done?
Yeah, no, that's... Thanks for sticking around for another fucking... For the 4th episode of the Look Around podcast.
The longest one we've got.
The longest one.
Yeah. Nearly 2 hours.
Nearly, Jesus. I mean, big film franchise.
It is big,
Granted, 7 films, but...
Imagine what's going to happen when we do the MCU.
Jesus Christ.
Star Wars.
We're going to have to segment that one, mate.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Christ, no. But thanks for sticking around. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, awesome. See ya. Thanks, guys.
See ya.